If you're currently manifesting a list of items that seemed overwhelming, then today I have a special story for you here. And with this, we will be having a supplemental on Isn't It Wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now. Here in this story, this lady, at the time, she was so behind on many things. She was out of a job, had no family to fall back on for support, and she just needed about everything. And she needed to find a decent job. She needed a car to look for it, but her car was so worn out, it was ready to fall apart. And she was behind her rent. She had no proper clothes to seek for a job. And she was already 55 at the time, and her bank account was almost depleted with no friend whom she can turn to. So after she attended a Neville Goddard's lecture, she decided to put her imagination to a test. Indeed, she said, it was natural for her to imagine everything she needed, but she needed so many things in such a short period of time, she found herself exhausted. So by the time she remembered what Neville said, captured the feeling or the word as you call it, isn't it wonderful? So she began to apply this idea for her case. Instead of thinking of or imagining every article that she needed, she tried to capture the feeling that something wonderful is happening to her now, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. And after she would say that over again to herself as she fell asleep, isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now. Then she repeated this imaginal act for 2 months, night after night. As she fell asleep, she would repeat to herself, isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now. And after 2 months in October, she met a casual friend she hasn't seen for months, who informed her that she was about to leave on a trip to New York. And they started talking. After that, she completely forgot the incident. 1 month later to that day, the person called her apartment and simply handed her a certified check in her name for $2,500 at that time. And after she got that initial shock of seeing her name on a check for so much money, then the story unfolded even more magically. To this, they involved a friend that she hasn't seen or heard from for more than 25 years, and this was a common friend that they had in her past. And in these 25 years that they haven't met, this friend became extremely wealthy. So this person told him that during their trip, they spoke of this lady, and for some reason that she didn't know. And then later on, this old friend decided to share a portion of his great wealth with this lady. So for the next 2 years, from the office of his attorney, she received monthly checks so generous in amount that they did not only cover every necessary requirement for daily living, but left much more for the lovely things of life: car, clothes, spacious apartment, and best of all, she no longer need to earn her daily bread. So in the past month, as she wrote to Neville Goddard, she received a letter and some legal papers to be signed, which provide the continuation of this monthly income for the rest of her natural life. So I hope you will enjoy the supplemental that we will be putting on in this channel. Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now. Keep practicing, and I love you. This is Crystal from The Miracle Living.